Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Sziky and Casper here on Colosseum. Top right-hand corner, it is the orange Zerg player Sziky, and in the bottom left, it is the green Terran player Casper. Casper is a Russian Terran player who is still actively playing Brood War to this day. On his Wikipedia page, he's playing in tournaments in 2020, and Sziky is playing as well. I'm not entirely sure when this replay is from, but I kind of feel like this will be a good matchup. I've cast a ZVT with Sziky before. It's Sziky versus Ramus, and Ramus built battle cruisers against Ultralisks. So if you're interested in that, just search Sziky on my channel and you will see it, Sziky versus Ramus. But otherwise, I've never actually cast another ZVT featuring Sziky, so I figured I'd do so today. I know that Sziky likes Ultralisks. I think he builds them in both ZVP and ZVT on the regular, at least according to the games that I have cast. And yeah, I know I just said I've only cast one ZVT featuring Sziky, so we will see if that theory holds up. I saw a little bit of feedback on my last video that posted, well, not my last video, maybe the video that posted today, which is Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th. About how my microphone is just a little bit too loud, and man, I don't know what's going on with my microphone. It used to be at 80, and then that was too loud. 75, that was fine for a while. Then it became too loud. 60 for a time, then that became too loud. So I knocked it down to 57, which seems better. I don't know if it's like slowly freaking out on that 12 hatch here from Sziky or what, but I mean, this is it's a Blue Yeti microphone. I've had it for 5 years now or so. So, I don't know. It's probably just wearing out. I've put so many hours onto this thing, you guys. You have no idea. Anyway, we're going to kill this here Sunken so we can actually wall off against the Zerg. I don't know if I've seen anybody do this with SCVs. I've never seen anybody really consider this to be worth it, to be honest, interestingly enough. So, drone coming in. Is that a full wall? Oh, he's going to try to kill the SCV who's killing the Sunken. That's hilarious. I'm not sure that it really matters, honestly. But the SCV does have a couple extra hits off here. I think the SCV is going to win that fight. Oh, hang on. Good micro here from Sziky, the Hungarian Zerg, by the way. Did not mention he was from Hungary. Oh, look at this sick micro. Look at this. You shouldn't be able to win a fight against an SCV. SCVs are better fighters, but Sziky says, screw that. I am absolutely the better fighter here. So, he's not going to be able to knock down that Sunken anytime soon, it looks like. At least not until he gets a couple Marines out, which he's working on. SCV says, is that drone still here? What an annoying little drone that is. Annoying little guy. I'm going to expand after this one. Rax here at about 20 supply there is what it looks like. Again, weird build because he brought 2 SCVs off the line. Both of them to kill the Sunken, one of them to scout around a bit, trying to find the Zerg player. Can't quite do it yet, but it's fine. It's not like it was a pool first player or anything. I love the macro hatch placement here from Sziky. It allows him to wall off here a little bit. Can he build on this creep? I bet he can build on this creep. That would be my guess. You can build on enemy creep. Can you build on neutral creep is the question. I'd imagine you are able to. I think I've seen that. Oh, he was thinking about it. He was thinking about tossing down a creep there. I feel like that drone was settling in for something, and then the SCV came across and messed with him. So he's like, all right, no lair timing. That pool is done, but I only see 2 Zerglings or 3 Zerglings out. So it's not going to be a Ling Flood of any stretch here. This scouting from Casper is really important and really going well for him. On the other hand, he is working on Academy and an Engineering Bay as he's preparing for the potential of Mutalisks, which is a very, very standard opening in ZVT, something that Sziky has been known to go for, again, in the one game of his that I cast against a Terran player. I need to really stop acting like I know Sziky intimately here. We're getting there. I like him a lot. He's really fun. So there's your lair timing at 4 minutes. Second gas, there it is. Coming in. So this is definitely going to be Mutalisks and Lings hopping on in here. I don't know. I mean, yes, I only cast longer macro games. So if there are a lot of ZVTs where the Zerg player just shows up with like 8 Mutalisks and wins against Terran, okay. I don't cast those though. So in my experience, it just feels like opening up Mutalisk just turns it into you're forcing turrets out of the Terran player, forcing Marines out of the Terran player, trying to harass, trying to get damage done, and kind of owning the map for a bit. I mean, if this is something that's really intended to kill the Terran player, but sometimes it doesn't work, I'd be surprised. Because really, I mean, the Terrans just have it down to a science. The time they start building their turret is exactly when the mutas are in production, and then they're ready to go when the mutas show up. And the timing is just perfection, especially from somebody like Flash. And maybe it's just like somebody like Flash never dies to muta attacks, and lower level players totally do at the pro level. But I don't know. Regardless, we're going 3 barracks opening here before factory. So this is at the very least a Marine opening, Marine medic style opening right now, which means you're going to want, yeah. See, he built the Sunken on top of the creep that was generated by this Sunken, which, again, they don't generate. Well, they do generate creep. How come they're not generating it out here? This is a weird thing. I guess rocks. That's probably how they did it. They just had a bunch of stuff that you can't creep onto and then left a little path of creepable area. And then the creep from the Sunken goes onto that. Makes sense. I can see it. Anyway, Zergling's coming on down, trying to see, all right, I understand you're going to try to push here because, again, you have a lot of Marines on the other side of that wall. Which you can see right here. Ooh, and a fire bat. That's a good scout from those Lings. So, yeah, Sunkens are going to be the order of the day. You're not really holding this with just Zerglings at all. The goal here, again, is to just delay the attack so it doesn't get across the map super fast. If you can have the Mutalisks here to defend when there are a couple fire bats instead of Marines, that's going to go pretty well for you. He might be waiting for +1 infantry. He's probably waiting for range for sure. Turret already in production here. A little bit early, as the Spire's not done, but, you know, better early than too late is what I always say in most situations. He's got his turrets ready to go. Casper's timings aren't crisply perfect, but I think they're okay. Third base coming up from the Zerg player, up at the top left-hand corner there. 9 Mutalisks in production. And this should be fine, honestly. We've got multiple turrets in production right now. We've got a bunch of Marines out. They do have the range upgrade. They have the +1 attack upgrade. They have stim. So they're going to be the perfect answer to these mutas as far as if they can catch them, right? If they just stay here and the mutas are kind of swinging around the outside, they could get some damage done. But if the Marines are chasing them, it makes their job significantly harder. So Mutalisk flock heading on out. Like I said, I think there were 9 in production. That's 8. And there is your 9th here at about 7 minutes. Lurker aspect coming in here too from Sziky to deal with all of this bio. He knows he has to have it. Mutas are not going to be enough eventually. And here we go. Here comes the Muta Harass. Das Muta Harass. Oh, loses 1 Muta off the bat. The Marine count getting whittled down fairly effectively here. As he's trying to kill those medics. They're healing each other for sure. This is pretty good on both players. I'd say the Marine count is getting whittled down quite effectively, but we've also lost a few Mutalisks at the same time. 3 of them have gone down so far. But yeah, if you keep this Marine ball low, then Casper doesn't feel really all that great about moving out and trying to kill this. These drones need to get to work from Sziky for sure. For sure. And I don't know about engaging here, Mutalisks. Oh, he's doing all right, man. Sziky's... Okay, he lost another Muta. As soon as I say he's doing great, he loses another Mutalisk. That fire bat's going to die. This has been pretty damaging from Sziky. Again, not game ending, because there's only 5 Mutalisks left, and 3 of them are on death's door. So they can't come in here and start killing SCVs or anything because they will die to all of these turrets. But what they can try to do is keep the Marine count down. I don't know. They're still trying this. I don't know. I really don't know about that. Yeah, there you go. Lost a Muta for no damage done. So third base up and running, and it seems like the third base is a pretty tempting target for Casper right now. You could probably start moving Marines and medics out there. Dude, this Muta count is not heavy enough to really stop you. Okay, 6. He's replaced a couple of them, which is good. It's definitely going to be okay. Science facility coming in. They're killing their own supply depot because it was messing with the pathing. Yep, of their SCVs who were mining minerals there, unfortunately. He does have to supply block himself. Oh, Casper, no. Oh, buddy. I really don't know about this. Alright, so the good news is that Sziky has bought himself a lot of time. Casper is moving out, but a lot later than you would have to expect it to be. His Lurker aspect is done. Does he have any? He does have some Lurkers here. So at the very least, he's going to be able to set up some Lurker traps for these units. Ooh, it's not hold position, it's a stop Lurker trap. Or just jump right on top of them. Or run away because you got spotted early. 1 Lurker down, 2 Lurkers down, 3, oh gosh, 3 Lurkers down, but the Zerglings and the Mutas adding their DPS in here. And a bunch of Lurkers died, but every one of those Marines and those medics went down too. God, that hurts. That was rough stuff. Again, 3 Lurkers died for all those Marines and medics. I'm not sure it was a great trade for Sziky, but That's okay. He's a 3-base in Zerg. He has the economy to make up for it. He still has 5 Mutalisks here. He's got a handful of Lings with no upgrades at all. Nothing here for the Mutas either. No upgrades in production either. We're interested in just 0-0 across the board, it would seem. I guess he has +1 Ground Carapace. That must have just finished. Yeah, because he's starting level 2 now. Right. He is getting some Scourge because he recognizes that Science Vessels are out with the Science Facility already done. Lurkers, I love this positioning. Anybody that comes out is going to have to contend with those Lurkers. Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Sziky. Like, if you don't harass a Zerg player at all, if you're unable to get in there and do any kind of damage in the first 10 minutes, it's not a good look for you, generally. So we'll see what he can pull off here. He's got some Fire Bats in production. He's working on +2 attack, which is awesome. He already has +1 armor. He's got a tank out to try to deal with the Zerglings and the Lurkers to some extent, but the fact that, Sziky really hasn't had to build any static defense to defend this 3rd base at all, which I guess is fairly traditional. You just make a couple Lurkers, you put them at the top of this ramp, and you pretty much have it covered. But still, sometimes big attacks can come in and cause these problems. 4th base on the way from Sziky, and I'm pretty sure Casper is too afraid to move out and establish a 3rd. So, oh, is he double expanding? Yeah, Sziky's taking a 4th base up here. There's a lot of orange on this map, and it's not just the orange dirt of Colosseum. Casper needs to make a move. Killing those tanks was really nice. Or the tanks. The Lurkers with the tanks was really nice. They each have 1 kill. Each for 1 Lurker. The Mutas... Oh, actually, he just sniped a Science Vessel. Was that previously injured? I didn't think, like, 4 Mutalisks could take down a Science Vessel that fast. They must have already taken some damage in previous engagement or something. That was strange. Oh, maybe they were Scourged. There are Scourge on the map. Yeah, here they are. They're waiting for potential drops. Yeah, Irradiating tanks. Lurkers' least favorite enemies to deal with. They need... Yeah, 2 of them already going down. 2 Irradiates. The tank fire weakening them up quite nicely, so Irradiates kill them even more quickly when they come in. Consume is on the way, but it's not done yet. Scourge! Ah, they got another Science Vessel. He's actually sacking Marines to make sure he's getting these Science Vessels. Like, he knows the Marines will target fire the Mutalisks first, so he's totally okay with sacking the Mutalisks so the Scourge get a free shot on the Science Vessel, which he's done making Mutas. So I guess keeping the Science Vessel count as low as he can now is good. It makes sense. I mean, it's an expensive little attempt to guarantee Science Vessel kills, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. Either way, Sziky's actually supply blocked somehow. When did we kill an Overlord? I don't know. I'm unaware, but I like this tank count. It's not like all tanks, but it's a good number of tanks. Oh, nice Lurker hits there. He's still irradiating. Got another irradiate in here. I think he's maybe saving it for a Defiler. There are a couple Defilers out here. Consume is now done. It is now time to consume, but the Defilers are kind of pathing around, messing up there. There you go. Oh, he irradiates. Gets a Dark Swarm up. Lings running in, but oh, there we go. Protecting the Lurkers, and the Lings are running out of the Dark Swarm. Bad idea. No, get out of there, Fire Bat. Oh, wait, hang on. Nope, the splash damage from the Lurkers is bad. Stay out. Stay out of there, dude. Pretty good engagement right here. Lurker's trying to jump right on top of everything. Marines stay into the Dark Swarm a little bit. That is death. You cannot stay inside the Dark Swarm or you will die. God, this 2 Defiler stuff, though, really shutting this push down. It was scary for a minute for Sziky, but he was able to get Consume done just in time and push this Terran army back. These are +2/+1 Marines working on 3-2. It's like, all right, maybe the 3rd base is an easier target. Are there any Defilers up here? Well, thanks to the magic of Nidus canals, there absolutely could be. But there are no Nidus at all, or on construction. So you might be able to go. I mean, assuming... Oh, Lurkers. Oh, gosh. So did he irradiate the one that got killed by the tanks anyway? I feel like he did. Bunch of Lings cruising in. They're going to catch a couple of these tanks unprotected by Marines. I think at least one of the tanks should live. Nope. Target firing on the Zerglings. Whoa. 10 HP on that siege tank. He's alive, though. He's still firing on stuff. Oh, 3 Overlords is bad. That said, Sziky's not going to be supply blocked because he just lost a lot of stuff. Therefore, not supply blocked. That Lurker is still alive somehow. Ultralisk Cavern is done. I knew it. I knew we would see Ultralisks today. And if your opponent is going largely bio, for sure, Ultras are good. If your opponent is going 800 tanks and Vultures and Goliaths, no. Tanks or Ultralisks are not good unless they are dropped. I'm going to put that on there. Boxer Maneuver. It's a little bit of a lackluster Boxer Maneuver. It's only one science vessel instead of the 2. He's doing all right. He's taking out several of these workers. He's dropping Sziky down to 35, 34. Oh, he's not even evacuating here. Is he attacking? I'm looking at the minimap. I don't see anything. Get over the gas. I guess he's worried about this here Sunken, which he should be. And the influx of Zerglings with +2 armor. And adrenal glands. So all these medics are dead, and this push is effectively destroyed. So a bunch of drones died for Sziky. A third base was established in all the chaos from Casper, though. So nice job by him. God, these medics are sort of immortal until they run out of energy, aren't they? That heal rate is super good. It is très bien. All right, Chitinous Plating finishing up. Ultralisks in production here from Sziky. Is that the 3-3? Yeah, that's the 3-2. Nope, 3-3. 3-3 on the way now from Casper. 3 attack will be done very shortly. 102 to 103 supply. But Dark Swarm is the great equalizer. Dude, you just have to get out. The tanks have to... Nope, the tanks do not live, unfortunately. What is that Defiler doing? I don't know, wandering around on his own volition, it would seem. Yeah, so when the tanks are gone, suddenly these Lurkers are just unbeatable inside that Dark Swarm by these Marines and medics. And there are Ultralisks on the field. I hear them. There they are. They're coming. They are coming to crush you, Casper. Casper's third base, happily mining, has got some idle SCVs here, which he probably should work on. We're running about 250 APM, which is ample. Ooh, drops for the first time today. I like this. If you're trying to be contained by an enemy, if you try to drop them... Oh, geez. If you drop them, you can actually kind of get ahead in the situation. But if you fly directly into Scourge... Oh, one of the dropships lived. That's kind of nice. Hey, Lurkers and Ultras are at your third base, which is entirely undefended. There's a back door there, you know. Maybe Casper didn't know that existed. Oh, jeez. Science Vessel comes to respond, catches a Scourge directly to the face. These guys are like, what do we do? You could snipe the Ultralisk Cavern. But I understand you're dealing with these Ultralisks down here at your third. Chasing them. Dark Swarm is up. They are irradiating each other and causing a lot of damage here. 2 Ultras irradiated right next to each other is not good for either Ultralisk. And they will go down. Despite the fact they're generally pretty good against Marines, but they were both irradiated, both damaging each other that way. That is not great. So these guys are +3 attack and +2 armor, which makes them pretty good. Pretty good units. But shutting down this third base by Sziky was game-changing. That was... Casper was decently doing okay. Not great. Sziky was definitely ahead, but losing that third base... Ling's trying to jump on this bio, but they have +3 attack and stim and 2 fire bats. So, I don't... You know what? That Sunken's not going to really stand up very well either. The Ultralisk Cavern could get focused here. I don't know about these Lings coming in. Yeah, they maybe killed a Marine or 2. Ultralisk Cavern is down. Sziky's got 1 more Ultralisk in production and a bajillion Ultras on the ground. Pick them up. Pick them up. There's nothing here. Pick them up. Drop ships. I don't... All right, it's a plan. It's an attempt to get yourself in a situation where you can kill... Oh, can they not get back there? Well, it'll take a while. Oh, never mind. There were medics in the way. They can get back there, so all those guys are dead. Sayonara. Thank you for stopping by, Marines. You killed some stuff. Be very, very proud. You're not establishing your third base in the meantime, because there are Lings down there. I mean, Sziky's spending his money pretty well. Did they not get this? Oh, no. These Ultras can't die back here. Can they? One Ultralisk died back here. The other one is not going to. But he's at 40 HP, which is bad. So, interesting attack. He killed the Ultralisk Cavern. It's being replanted elsewhere. In the main? I mean, yeah, it's a little bit safer in your main base, I think. And here comes Sziky, cruising on through. Irradiated Ultralisk, Zerglings right smashing into the wall of the Terran player. Not something I recommend that you do in general. But yeah, I mean, the Irradiate, in combination with any amount of damage on those guys, causes major problems. Nice drop at the third base of Sziky, though. Dude, he's going to try to get that hatch. He gets the hatch. Could maybe target fire on the Queen's Nest and get it, but no, dude, he is not picking up at all. I guess there are Scourge around, as the Science Vessel does go down to said Scourge, but Irradiated Ultra standing next to each other. Not super great here. It is 112 to 81 total supply, though. Casper has never retaken this third, which is just all of the problems for him right now. He's been doing all right on offense. I kind of like what he's been up to. Sziky's only at 44 drones. It's not like Sziky's killing it economically right now. It's just that he has multiple bases, and Casper has the... Here we go. Had the 2, now he's back on 3. These lings... They coming around this way again? No, that doesn't go anywhere. You have to come down here to come up this ramp. Radiating a couple more Ultralisks that are just hanging out on this high ground for reasons. Is that one gonna die? Feels like that one's gonna die. Again, a Irradiate will not kill a fully healthy Ultralisk, but if it's been injured to a certain extent, the Irradiate will finish him off. There you go. Yeah, dead. 117 to 96 total supply. It's really just a bio play here right now from Casper, and considering the fact there are Ultras out, and there are Defilers, and there are Zerglings with +1 attack and +3 armor and Adrenal Glands, it's... Again, you could irradiate the Ultras, but it will be a while before they die. And this kind of feels like the killing blow right now, unfortunately for Casper. Dude, irradiated Ultralisks versus Science Vessels. That is not a fight any SCV... Science Vessels. SCVs. Science Vessels too, though. Gee willikers. That guy's going to go down with 4 kills. Not bad. Oh, hang on. 11 HP left. Hey, hey, hey. Attempted drop at the third base. There is an Ultralisk. Oh, never mind. A bunch of Scourge. Oh, jeez. Oh, those dropships full? God, I hope they were not full. Man, this is going to be 2 days in a row. I've kind of cast some ZVT stomps, isn't it? I'm going to find an Elite Terran player to cast for you guys tomorrow. How about that? We'll get a bonus Brood War cast in tomorrow. Wednesdays, I don't usually have a Brood War cast, but I'll do it for you. Because you Terran fans have got to be annoyed at the last 2 results here, eh? Eh, that's what I get for casting unknown Terrans, I guess, though, right? I don't know, that's how you find talent. Like, I didn't know anything about Sziky when I started casting him. Yeah, I mean, Ultras are all over your stuff, your third bases. And Casper calls the TT, the tears. And he leaves the game in 22 minutes and 44 seconds. Yeah, that was a match. Boy, howdy. Whew. That was good. I like that Casper was aggressive, right? I like he killed the Ultralisk Cavern and killed a bunch of drones. Sziky's economy was not incredible considering he was on 5 bases. But he never won an engagement in the middle of the map. You really couldn't get the third base running for any time at all. And anytime a Zerg player feels comfortable smashing his face into your front door, you're probably not in a healthy position. And he wasn't. He just he needed to get out of Dark Swarms faster and needed to keep Science Vessels alive. If you're going to play this style, again, this is something I've seen Flash do best. If you're going to play this style, you just got to have 100 bajillion Marines. You need to be on multiple bases fast. You need to be able to defend them effectively. And you need to be on the offensive. If you're defending against this, you're not going to do as well. You got to keep the Zerg player on the back foot. And if you're the one who's defending all the time, it's just not going to work out for you. So, good effort there by Casper. I'm not going to say he was terrible, but, you know, not his day for sure against an aggressive Sziky. End of the day, 140,000 points for Sziky, 115,000 for Casper, the friendly ghost. 477 units produced by the Zerg player, 273 by Casper. Again, in this strategy, there's a lot of Marines produced, so that makes sense for Casper. But just look at this, just economized. Way more gas mined, way more minerals mined, and 14,000 more spent at the end of the day for Sziky. If you do that, you're probably going to win your matches, whatever match it is. So, fantastic play by both. But that's going to be it from me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.